Sutta 15, the Sutta of Non-Arrival and Non-Departure. Thus have I heard, spoken where coming and going dissolve. Beings wander through the world, believing they are moving, from past to future, from birth to death, from ignorance to awakening. They believe they have come from somewhere, and will go somewhere else. They imagine progress, decline, gain and loss, arrival and departure. But these disciples are only the stories a self tells when it does not yet understand its own nature. Look closely, not with thought, but with the stillness that sees without grasping. Everything that seems to arrive is merely revealed when conditions allow. Everything that seems to depart is merely concealed when conditions withdraw. A wave rises from the sea, and the mind says, "It has come." The wave dissolves into the sea, and the mind says, "It has gone." But the wave was never separate from the water that expressed it. So it is with all phenomena. A thought appears in consciousness and is called born. A thought fades and is called dead. Yet neither birth nor death belong to the thought. They belong to the self that claimed the thought as mine. A child emerges from the womb and is said to enter the world. But the molecules in that child are older than stars and have never entered or left anything. A person dies, and the world calls it an ending. But the elements simply scatter into new forms, just as they have scattered for billions of years. Energy does not arrive. Energy does not depart. It transforms. Matter does not arrive. Matter does not depart. It rearranges. Emptiness does not arrive. Emptiness does not depart. It neither comes nor goes. Coming and going are useful illusions for beings who believe they are separate from what appears. When a being awakens, this belief dissolves. What remains is not a new state, but the transparency of the old. Nothing extra is gained. Nothing missing is restored. Only confusion falls away, and reality is seen as it has always been. Thus awakening is not arrival. It is the end of imagining that you were ever elsewhere. Suffering is not departure. It is the end of imagining that something has been lost. Life does not come. Life does not go. It flickers in infinite forms like reflections, dancing on the surface of a lake. You are not the reflections. You are not even the lake. You are the openness in which lake and reflections are seen. When this is understood, fear loosens its grip. Clinging begins to melt. The heart grows vast without effort. Compassion flows because there are no boundaries to contain it. Wisdom blooms because there is no self to obscure it. In this way, disciples, freedom is simple. Let phenomena arise. Let phenomena fade. Do not grasp at either. When the mind no longer chases birth and no longer flees death, it stands naturally in the groundless ease of non-arrival and non-departure. This is the Sutta of non-arrival and non-departure, the closing teaching of this Nikaya, revealing that nothing has ever entered the world and nothing has ever left it, and that all suffering ends when this is known.